The old hope and buy strategy in 2026 is officially dead. And to get to $100,000 of passive income for life, we now have to be laser focused on the data, the locations and the suburbs that we're targeting from this point forward. I believe with the current fear and uncertainty in the market, as well as the interest rates rising, the changes to capital gains tax and negative gearing, as well as all of the uncertainty overseas, and I personally don't think there's been a better window in the last decade to lock in your financial freedom and create $100,000 of passive income for life, which is why in today's video, I'm gonna give you the exact blueprint that you can use to go out there and replace your current annual salary for life. Now, there are 3 simple steps on your journey to financial freedom. The first is the accumulation phase, where you go out there and you buy the properties that will make you free in the future. The second is the consolidation phase, where you slowly pay off that debt and enjoy your lifestyle. And the third is the freedom phase, where you obviously have a passive income stream coming in for life. Now, the first step in the accumulation phase is to go out there and find Australia's most undervalued suburbs and markets. Now, after sitting down and looking for a couple of hundred hours with one of my colleagues here at Pumped On Property at Australia's 20 largest markets, I found that there are some markets in the last 7 years like Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast that have literally doubled in value in the last 7 years. And on the flip side, after looking at the data, I found that there are other markets over the last 7 years like Melbourne, Bendigo, Ballarat, Geelong, parts of Hobart, for example, that have massively underperformed, with Melbourne, for example, doing just 25% growth in the past 7 years. So once you've found the most undervalued markets in the country and then reduced it to the suburb level, we then go out there and we buy our first property that is a house on a nice big piece of land close to all of the things that we know work for investors longer term. So quiet street, quality suburb, close to universities, train stations, hospitals, great schooling, and something a short drive to one of the largest markets in Australia. And the reason we focus on those markets is because that's where the future population growth, job growth, income growth and infrastructure spending will primarily be focused in Australia. And let's say we buy that property for $550,000 and it currently rents out for $420 per week. Now, an example of a property worth $550K is in one of my favorite markets in the country right now, where I've recently gone out there and bought a property for myself, and so has my brother Simon, and that's number 7 Loden Street, Corio. As you can see here, it's extremely close to the train station, one of the best schools in all of Victoria, as well as extremely close to the beach. And this little 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home is sitting on a beautiful big 600 plus square meter piece of land, and obviously subject to council approval and talking with a builder and a town planner, may have the potential for a secondary dwelling or a granny flat in the backyard. Now, while this property isn't perfect, as you can see from looking through the photos, it still does have good bones, and it has the potential, after a small cosmetic renovation, to not just rent for a lot more, but to potentially be worth a lot more in the current market as well. Now, what's crazy about this particular property is if you were to try and get this close to the water in Newcastle, Wollongong, the Central Coast, the Mornington Peninsula, the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast, you'd be looking at paying well over $1 million for this property right now. But because Geelong has taken such a bath in the last 7 years, properties like this still exist for some reason, which is completely beyond me right now. Now, after a brief cosmetic renovation, we simply put the property on realestate.com and Domain up for rent. And here's an example of a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home that's had a quick tidy up, renting for $420 a week in the same suburb right now. Now, the next step after buying that home and getting it rented out is to go into the backyard and build a beautiful 2-bedroom granny flat or tiny home. Now, after building 5 of these for myself over the last 16 years as an investor, and more than 120 of them for clients over the last 12 years, I can confidently say that these properties rent like wildfire. So if we go out there and find one of the top builders in Australia, we can build something like this, a 2-bedroom granny flat for around about that $235,000 mark, and that's going to rent for a further $400 per week in today's market. So ultimately, the first step in that accumulation phase is to go out there and buy a $550,000 home, build a $235,000 granny flat, effectively leaving us with $785,000 worth of investment in a beautiful beachside suburb in Geelong. Well, beautiful is questionable right now, but it will be within 10 years. And then the combination of the house and the granny flat renting out would be about $820 per week. Now, for some people, that is extremely easy for you to achieve in the next 12 months. For other people, you may only be able to go out there and buy the house and you may have to put a tenant in place for the next 2 years to 5 years until there's some equity, and then go back to the banks and ask for some money for that granny flat. But either way, that first house and first granny flat is locked in. Now, the next step in the accumulation phase is effectively to go out there and rinse and repeat the same strategy. But let's say that your borrowing capacity has come down a little bit this time round. And so for this next property, we're going to spend $450,000 in a market like Bendigo. Now, as you can see right now, this property that's been recently up for sale, number 66 Raglan Street in White Hills, a suburb just out of town in Bendigo, has an incredible property up for sale, a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house on over 1,000 square meters of land for just $450,000. Now, I know for many of you watching this from Sydney, Perth, or Brisbane right now, these numbers feel absolutely ridiculous. But remember the good old days in Sydney back in 2012 through to about 2016 where it still was affordable? Or Queensland back in sort of 2017 through to 2021? Or even Perth back in 2019 to 2022? Melbourne and Victoria are sitting in what we would call, in 10 years' time, the good old days right now. Now, what's interesting about the Bendigo market right now is the rent returns are absolutely insane because the vacancy rates are so tight. So the cheapest property that I could possibly find in the same suburb, which is a 3-bedroom home up for rent right now on a much smaller piece of land, is online right now for $470 per week. But let's be more conservative and say, hey, we're shopping at the cheaper end of town for the house, and we're only going to get $420 a week in rent off the back of that second home. Now, similar thing again, you might have the money to go out there and build your granny flat straight away like I do, or maybe like my brother Simon, you'll simply buy the home today and come back and build the granny flat in the future when you can afford to. But again, when we build the granny flat for $235K, we should expect at least $400 per week in rent. So for this second property, we've now got a $450K home with a 235 grand granny flat, which means your total spend to get into a house on a beautiful big block in a market that's done over 200% in the last 18 years in Australia would be just $685,000, and the combined rent return again of the house and the granny flat would be over $820 per week. Now, I know there's so many other people in the Australian property industry at the moment that would be saying, go out and buy more, and why wouldn't you continue on your journey? But for me, if you just want $100,000 per year of passive income for life, then these 2 houses and 2 granny flats, or the 2 properties to financial freedom strategy, as I would call it, is all you need. Now, to round out this accumulation phase, or the first step on your journey to freedom, effectively we've got the 2 houses, 2 grannies. They'd be worth about $1,470,000 in total, and they'd be renting for about $1,640 per week, which if you times that by 50 weeks per year, gives you about $82,000 per year in 2026 money in your hand, which is an absolute incredible place to start. You don't need to go out there and spend $750K to $1 million to buy an investment in Australia right now, despite what the media would have you believe. And a strategy like this isn't affected by the negative gearing changes one bit because you've got immediate positive cash flow through the house and the granny flat from day one. Now, I'm going to skip the second step right now just for a moment, which I call the consolidation phase, and that's where you pay off the debt, and I'll move straight to the numbers on the freedom phase or the choices phase of life. So let's say you've got that $1,470,000 worth of property today, and like me, you're a longer term investor. You don't mind what's going on with the blowing of the wind around you at the moment. You've got a plan to be free in your future and have a life filled with choices. Now, if you were to hold those 2 properties and 2 granny flats for the next 15 years and they go up by just 5% per annum, they're now going to be worth over $3,050,000. And that rent return, which is the 82 grand today, being held for the next 15 years going up by just 2.5% per year, so inflation per year in the rent, would mean you'd have over $118,000 per year in passive income 15 years from today if you can simply pay off the debt on those properties. But coming back to that data that I recently looked at over those 200 hours on the 20 largest markets in Australia, a 5% return moving forward seems extremely conservative. In fact, every single capital city or major regional market on the east coast of Australia actually did over 10% per annum, with the worst market in the last 18 years being Melbourne, going up by 215% in the last 18 years, and the best market being Geelong, going up over 271% in the last 18 years. So if we get a little bit more aggressive now with our projections and we go, whoa, the whole market's done somewhere between 10 and 15% per annum, but let's just project on a 7% average annual return. That $1,470,000 worth of the 2 houses and 2 granny flats today, in 15 years on a 7% return, could be worth over $4,050,000. And so the reason I'm so focused on the data and the history and the potential future performance of markets is because if you just get a 2% better return on that same money over the next 15 years, the difference in your portfolio could be over $1 million worth of extra gains. And so anyone can go out there and buy a property close to home or a property in one of the markets that's already cranked. But if you, like me, are looking for that needle in the haystack and you really want to analyze the biggest markets in the country and the best suburbs in the country and find that extra 2% return per year over the next 15 years so that you can make that extra $1 million, then that's what we specialize here and at Pumped On Property as your buyer's agent. Now, what's crazy, let's just time travel a little bit further into the future. If we were to hold those 2 houses and 2 granny flats for the next 30 years and they go up by just 5% per annum, the total value of your portfolio will be $6,353,000, which is absolutely insane. That's not including your own home, your savings, your stocks, your crypto, your gold, your silver, your self-managed super fund, your business. That is purely just these 2 properties 30 years from today. So if you're sitting there in your 20s to 40s, and like me, you hopefully are in good health and have 20 to 30 years of work or business or passion-related projects in front of you before you actually need that money, then investing in 2 simple houses could be the way to get started on your journey to a life of freedom and choices. But let's get real for a moment. Who really wants to wait 30 years or even 15 years to be free? So coming back to step 2, which I call the consolidation phase, which is effectively how you pay these properties off slowly over time, there are 5 simple rules that I've followed, which enabled me by the age of 39 to have over $300,000 per year of passive income and my own home owned completely debt free, which enabled me to retire and go traveling around Australia with my family for 6 months. Now I'm obviously back at work now, and that was because after sitting on the beach and hanging out with my family every single day, firstly, my wife and kids didn't want to spend every day with me anymore. And secondly, I realized that my life is more meaningful when I can help other people become the best versions of themselves and use the lessons that I've learned from buying over $750 million worth of property for myself and my clients in the last 16 years to pull you up faster so that you can help yourself, your family, and all the people that you care about in your life in the future. So the first thing that I do to pay off debt is really, really simple, and that's paying principal and interest off the loan. So if you start paying principal and interest on the day that you buy your property and you've got a 30-year loan with the bank, then in 30 years, you'll own it completely debt-free, worst case scenario. But again, that's way too slow for me, which is why I follow these 4 extra ideas. Now, the second idea is to take that extra rent or that surplus rent that you receive over the next 15 years, and instead of blowing it or not noticing it, you pay it straight off the debt of these properties. The third idea is paying a little bit extra. So what I tried to do in the past when I was earning just $55,000 or $80,000 per year with my wife was pay $100 per week of every single property that I owned. But as my income grew or I went into my own business and I had a little bit more extra money left over at the end of the month, obviously those chunks that I was paying off regularly increased over time. Now, another way to do this, if you've got a dual income household, might be to live off one of your wages and use the other wage to either save deposits or to build granny flats. And after you've completed that, pay that entire wage off the debt every single week. Other ideas I've seen with people that are earning good chunks of money, like a good base salary plus a good bonus, is to just pay the bonus off the properties every single year once you receive it as well. And by using those chunks or that consistency on a weekly basis, you'll be again shocked at where you could be in 10 to 15 years from today. Now, the fourth idea is the tax benefits. Now, obviously with some of these proposed changes to negative gearing, these are a little bit up in the air right now, but but there is still tax depreciation, which you can talk to your accountant about. And if you're going down the route like I have before of building brand new properties, then all of those beautiful negative gearing benefits are still very much in place. So if you're in a slightly elevated financial position and you can afford to spend a little bit more on your house and granny flat, then maybe you find a great piece of land and build a brand new house and granny flat, versus buying an older home and building a granny flat on it and not getting those negative gearing benefits in that way. Now, those first 4 ideas are a little bit slow, a little bit painful. And so the 5th idea that I've used extremely successfully personally is what I call a partner property. Now, the concept of the partner property is you've got your 2 houses and your 2 granny flats, and they're the properties that you hold longer term that create choices and freedom down the line. But for many of you listening to this, your combined average household income could be between $100,000 per year and as high as $5 million per year, like so many of the clients that we work with. And if that is you and you're in this incredible financial position, then you might be in a place to buy additional properties. Now, I'm not buying these properties to hold them forever. I'm literally buying them so that they double in value as quickly as possible. And then once they've doubled in value, I sell them and I take that massive chunk of cash that I've made after I pay the capital gains tax, and I pay the properties that I plan on holding longer term off completely outright. Now, after personally buying 20 properties over the last 16 years and selling 17 of them as partner properties, it's enabled me to fast track the debt on my portfolio so rapidly it's not funny, and put myself and my family in a financially free place before the age of 40. So there you have it, a really, really simple idea of how you can go out there in the current market with examples of real world suburbs and real world properties with an incredible strategy that is simple to execute. Simply 2 houses and 2 granny flats that create a direct line to go from where you are today to financial freedom, hopefully in the next 12 to 15 years with the right strategy and plan in place. Now, for those of you out there like myself that aren't fazed by the current market conditions and are actually excited to go out there and buy some bargain properties at ridiculously cheap prices while everybody else in Australia is scared right now, I'd love to offer you personally a one-on-one strategy session where we can sit down and look at where you are right now, where you'd like to be longer term. We can look at the 20 largest markets in the country, and you can take that information and go and absolutely smash it on your own. Or potentially we can talk about how you can become one of the extremely small number of clients that we take on each month here at Pumped On Property. Now, to book that session, all you have to do is go to www.pumpedonproperty, click that free strategy session button, and you'll come through for a conversation with myself or my brother Simon. But either way, we truly wish you all the best on your journey to a life filled with financial freedom and choices through property.